Good morning, Penn State. Welcome to Out of the Blue. We are excited to share our first episode of the show with you. Today we are joined by Penn State art education student Leo Luchkina. Leo has been an artist his whole life, and today he will be demonstrating to the audience, including me, how to paint. Hi Leo, we are so glad you could join us today.
Hi, I'm very excited to be here with you.
So why don't you start by telling us what we're going to be painting today?
So today we're going to be painting a very simplified, colorful field of flowers.
Perfect. What materials do we have here that we're going to be using?
We're going to be using gouache paints. It is a watercolor based paints, but they're kind of similar to acrylic because they're on a thicker side of painting.
All right, cool. And we have some brushes here and some canvases, right?
Yep.
All right. So why don't we get started? And I'm going to just ask you a few questions. Would you mind telling us how you got into the arts in the first place?
So I've been drawn to art my whole life, but I kind of had to take a big gap in like middle school because I went to a math and physics school and I was too busy to do any art.
Wow.
But then I moved to US in 11th grade and then I started like deep dive into art and I actually started like enjoying it and doing more art like and improving my skills. So
right. So is it only painting you do, or like what other types of art do you involve yourself in?
I do a lot of drawing. I started doing sculpture last year and now I'm doing ceramics this year in a course.
Do you have a favorite?
I definitely do like gouache a lot and I also like doing digital art.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Where do you get your inspiration from for your artwork?
So my inspiration comes from a lot of places. A lot of it is from my identity being Russian and being an immigrant to US and also being queer. So those are like the two things that I draw my inspiration from like a lot.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. That's really cool. So, okay, let's just keep painting here. What are your favorite things to draw when you are painting?
I like drawing people a lot because I feel like people show a lot of like emotions and you can truly like show.
Did you find it hard at first to draw people?
Of course, yeah.
Because I think that's the hardest thing for me, at least, to draw.
Yeah, that was very challenging.
Faces.
Faces are very hard.
Yeah.
Honestly though, right now, I kind of learned how to draw faces, but I still haven't learned how to draw clothes well. So
really?
now,
That's
so now the most challenging thing for me is to draw clothes.
Clothes. This is one of your paintings.
Yeah, this is also made with
for?
gouache.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did it for a high school art course, but I liked it a lot. And we were supposed to draw like a thing from life, so I made myself waffles for breakfast and I like painted them.
Wow, it's really good. I could never do that. I love it. All right, well, we haven't gotten through the process very much, but why don't we take a look at where our paintings are at the moment.
All right.
And let's see what they're looking like.
So for mine.
This is what we've got so
yep,
far.
that is what we've got so far.
Hopefully.
We can get further, yeah.
We can get further.
We can totally do that. But for now, I just have like the background done, and I started painting like some like grass strokes on it.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing too. All right. So we'll be back after a quick. No. Commercial break.
Are you still drinking bottled water? Plastic recycling is a myth, and most plastic is just sent to the landfill.
Join us in saying death to plastic and make the switch to Liquid Death mountain water. Liquid Death can be enjoyed still or with our sparkling flavors like mango, lime, and berry. If plastic pollution isn't curbed, plastic will outweigh fish in the ocean by 2050. Murder your thirst and try a can today.
Over here.
It's a Queen of Hearts. All in, Annie. It's your call.
All in, baby.
Tony Jabroni. That's 30,000 DO. You must match.
You don't know when to hold 'em, you don't know when to fold 'em.
All right, let's flip those cards. And the hand goes to Annie. Don't be like Tony Jabroni and gamble your family away. Got the help you need today.
Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm here with Leo Luchkina, who is teaching me how to paint. Leo, what are some of your bigger art projects that you've been working on recently?
So one of the projects that I've been working on recently was a digital art project, and I'm actually designing a dust cover for the dust jacket for my book that I own.
You own a book?
Well, no, I bought a book, but
Oh,
I
was like, you wrote a book?
No, I wanted to design an art cover for it. So
Okay.
and it's
So this is just a personal project? of
yeah,
yours?
it is.
When did you start that?
A couple weeks ago, I think, and it's really challenging for me because it's like a drawing of 6 people, and I've never done that many people in one drawing.
yeah.
So
And again, people are hard.
Yep.
So what are some of your career aspirations that you have? And is art involved in those plans, or is there something else that you're
so
passionate about?
I'm an art education major, so I'm planning on hopefully teaching art in future, and doing that is my passion definitely.
Yeah.
But I feel like just generally teaching as elementary school teacher would be great as well. So
Elementary?
that's kind of another way
Yeah.
of thinking about my future career.
Yeah. Why do you choose elementary over high school or higher education?
I just feel like there is more feedback from good feedback from children when they're younger, and as they become older, they're I don't know, meaner.
That's true. I mean, I feel like at a young age, it's easy to remember more also and find inspiration, from your teachers,
Yeah. I feel like older
Yeah.
kids already know what they're doing, and younger kids are still
Exactly.
very.
They
You
don't
can
like being
impact them a
told what
lot.
to do,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Have you always had a passion for teaching? Have you always known that's where you wanted to end up?
So I feel like it all started when I went to a summer camp as a counselor, and I realized that that's what I want to do because the summer camp experience.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Here are some more of your paintings. Are these paintings?
Yeah. So this is a digital artwork, and this is an etching. So you scrape off little lines on the metal plate, and then you put ink in it. So that's
Wow.
how you easily explain it, I guess.
How long did that take you?
This actually took me longer than it should have been because I had to redo it 3 times. Because first time it didn't work out, and the lines weren't deep enough in the
Wow.
in the metal plate, so I had to redo it, and I had to redo it again.
Oh my gosh. What did you need to do it for? Was it just a personal?
It was for a class, but I definitely did not need to redo it 3 times for the class. It was kind of my passion to redo it.
Yeah. Do you find yourself to be a perfectionist?
Oh,
In some
definitely,
ways.
for sure.
All right. Thank you so much, Leo, for answering a few questions for us today. I think it's time for us to keep painting.
That's great.
Yeah.
Because we
So
haven't gone that far.
how does the gouache work?
So gouache is similar to watercolor, but it's kind of also similar to acrylic paints in terms of thickness. And I feel it's interesting because it dries matte instead of how acrylic usually dries glossy-ish. And I like
Yeah.
that matte look of
Yeah.
gouache.
I agree. I like how it's looking. So there's Leo's painting. It's definitely better than mine is. If we want to take a look at mine. All right.
Oh, I like it.
I drew one flower, but
I mean, hey, if you kept going, that would definitely be a flower field too.
yeah,
so.
I agree. I feel like it's getting there,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, but yours is definitely better than mine is. I'm sorry. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. All right, we can keep talking.
We can definitely keep talking.
So, what other things do you do besides working on art? What other passions do you have? Hobbies do you have?
I have an insane amount of hobbies, and I feel like they're more like hyperfixations for me because hobbies are something you do on a side, and I make it my whole personality for like a month.
Yeah.
So
what are they?
A year
Some
ago,
of them.
almost a year and a half ago at this point, I started crocheting. And since then, I made an insane amount of things. I sold also some of my stuff.
Really?
Yeah, I sold some beanies. I sold
Like
some.
online?
No,
Or just, like,
I actually
to-
had an art sale outside of 3 Dots downtown.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
really cool.
I'm having another one on May 4th.
May 4th.
If you want to
Cool.
stop by, I'm going to be selling my ceramics projects, my artworks and like art prints.
Wow.
Yeah.
Guys, everyone stop by to buy Leo's artwork. That's really cool. Did you like crocheting? Like, do you still do it?
Yeah, I still do it. I definitely don't do big projects anymore because they take up my whole
Yeah.
time.
I feel like it's a
because-
long process.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
made 2 sweaters in the past, and since then I will never make another one in
Yeah.
the next future.
A
like-
sweater, wow. That's a lot of work. I feel like even just like a bag, like a shoulder bag is
I
like,
actually want to try making a bag because I feel
Have
like
you
that's something
not
in
done it?
between
yeah.
of like my small things that I make.
Like a tote bag kind
yeah.
of thing. Yeah. I think that'd be really cool. Anything else? Crocheting. We got ceramics.
I don't know. What else? What else do I like doing?
Is it all art based? All your hobbies?
Wow.
Just a
I
question.
recently started getting into dance, and I like learned to like a couple dance choreographies. I'm not showing those because like
We won't ask you to
Thank
show
you.
You can keep that to yourself.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
But, yeah, I recently started getting into those.
What
yeah.
kind of dance?
So I like K-pop music a lot,
Mhm.
and I started learning a bunch of K-pop dances.
Oh my gosh, that's. Who did you like watch?
Um,
Like
so
what group?
Stray Kids is my favorite group, and like pretty much the only group that I like know a
No,
lot of
yeah.
a lot. Like
Yeah.
because other ones I kind of do like listen to, but I never get into them. I don't know members' names and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, I learned like 2 Stray Kids dances.
That's so fun. I love that.
Thank
So
you.
still, art's involved. Dancing
Yeah.
is art.
Yeah, yeah.
So, all right. We can show our final products of our paintings. Let's see what they're looking like.
All right, let's see how they're looking like.
First,
Oh.
let's show mine. Again, I only have 2 flowers.
They're good flowers
But
though.
yeah, they're
They're
pretty
solid
okay, I
flowers.
think. Let's see what Leo's looks like.
Oh, I should turn. Okay.
No, no.
No? No?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Okay, great.
You should turn.
So this is how mine looks like.
That is.
I have a couple more flowers, but I feel like we're kind of onto the same vibe here.
Yeah, I agree. I think it looks very good. Better than mine. All right, Leo. I hope you've enjoyed spending time with us today. We're glad that you were here. I enjoyed talking to you and getting to know you. Join us next week when we have Banksy on our show, revealing his face for the very first time. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah, you're welcome.